Hi, so I'm talking about the freeze response today. And most people have heard of the fight or flight response. So, this is when we're in some sort of stressful or traumatic situation and our heart stops pumping fast and our breathing rate increases and we find it's hard to think clearly. And we either want to fight our way out, which often we can't do, or we want to run. And again, sometimes we do not have that option to fight or to flee a situation. And then we have a third response. And this is a natural survival response. And it's called the freeze response. And what happens then, it's as if we become immobilized mentally, physically, and emotionally. It's like we shut down and our world stops whilst that traumatic event happens. So it often happens in situations of abuse. And then afterwards, you're asking yourself, why didn't I speak? Why didn't I move? And you can chastise yourself, but actually, it is a natural survival response. So you can't help your response. This is your makeup, your ancestral makeup doing its best for you, trying to keep you safe. And if you think about wild animals, it's exactly what they will do to keep themselves safe, to avoid themselves being killed and slaughtered by some other animal. So we do the same. The difference being, wild animals tend to release their freeze response after the trauma. They get up, they run, and then they will shake it out of their system, and then they can go about their life as normal. Whereas for humans, we rarely will release that freeze response. And so the trauma stays locked in us, in our subconscious mind and in the cells of our body. And this is where we then develop fears, phobias, anxieties, and other emotional issues because we're not dealing with that stressful event and the trauma held within us. And in order to release that, we need to have some sort of healing process to make that happen. And ideally, I feel that working with the subconscious mind and often with the body's energy are the best way of achieving that. So I tend to use treatments such as emotional freedom technique and hypnotherapy and other treatments that help to release that freeze response. And once that's released, you can begin the healing process and get your life back to normal. So the freeze response is a natural response. It is protecting you. You can release it. You can release that trauma. Even if you've held it for 20 years or more, it is possible to begin that process to create the healing and to get your life where you want to get it.